Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is will Tariq mentor D-Mac. D-Mac is the character I want to see survive in Power Book 4-4. So I want to see him go on into another Power spinoff potentially because he's young. He is, definitely trying to find out who he is, and I think someone like Tariq can guide him. Now, the thing is that Tariq is Tommy's nephew through Ghost, and D-Mac is Tommy's nephew through his brother. And so basically when it comes down to it, we always wanted to see Tariq and D-Mac meet one another. I've talked about it for years, ever since the character of D-Mac was introduced. We've been talking about Force and Ghost crossovers, and we thought we would get more than one, but it seems as though we're getting one and one big one. So when it comes down to it, I have to see the D-Mac character live. I have to see the D-Mac character talk to Tariq. I have to see them around one another and have like a brotherly relationship. I think that Tariq needs somebody like D-Mac around him who is a soldier, because D-Mac is truly a soldier. He never really showed ambitions of being a boss. He showed ambitions of making money, but not being the boss. And seeing him as a soldier that's working for a boss, it seemed like something he always wanted to do, because when him and his homie was around Jannar, they was just trying to do what they can for Jannar, and I could see him doing that for Tariq. While I can also see Tariq mentoring D-Mac and guiding him and having a care for him that's like family, versus just treating him like some regular soldier that just works for him. He would look at D-Mac like that's his little brother and that he has to guide D-Mac. So definitely, even though Tariq is trying to avoid a Tommy and Ghost-like relationship where Ghost literally was fathering Tommy throughout all of Power, basically when it comes down to Tariq, he may have the same thing in D-Mac, because he was trying to avoid this with Brayden, because Brayden definitely was Tariq's Tommy, but Tariq kind of stopped it and said, you know what, I'm gonna put you over here. You're gonna handle the fights, and you're going to handle the parties. I'm going to be over here at the top by myself. We're not going to be partners there. And so that was Tariq avoiding that. But with him looking at D-Mac, it could be a situation where he may end up having to mentor D-Mac and father D-Mac, but I highly doubt it. I think Tariq would do the best he can for D-Mac. I think he would try to teach him, and if D-Mac listen, cool. If he doesn't listen, it is what it is, but D-Mac will not jeopardize his operations. However, when it comes down to D-Mac, D-Mac's character to me is a great character, and he's changing over time, but we've seen him do so many things. And what I mean by that is that basically D-Mac was always doing his thing. He was always on the streets. He was always out there, shooting and popping, doing his thing. He showed who he was in season 1, and he was grateful for knowing who Tommy was and who his father was and who his grandmother was, but he still was on some gangster shit. However, by the time we get to season 2 is where D-Mac started doing more. When it comes down to it, D-Mac ends up doing, again, I say this, he did the right things, right? He did the right things, but it was bad. And I'm gonna tell you why. When it comes down to it, he took out the cop Seamus, the one who kept bothering Tommy and Diamond over and over again. He was really getting money out of Diamond more than anybody. But it was Tommy eventually got included, but D-Mac took him out. And the thing is, even though it was a good thing that he didn't, to take Seamus out, it was bad because Seamus could put a lot of heat on them. Like he's a cop, he's a detective. So taking him out was a bad situation. And, basically they had to do what they do to get rid of Seamus. Not only that, D-Mac took out the nephew of a kingpin that Tommy and Diamond is working with. Now, the thing is that this nephew took out Diamond's stepson, or the one that was going to be his stepson, for no reason, out of jealousy. And even though Diamond wanted to move on him and Tommy wanted to move on him, the reason why they didn't do it was because they didn't want to mess up the stuff with the Kingpin. However, D-Mac was like, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. And he pretty much shot the guy, avenging the boy's death. But it was bad because now there's a chance that it's going to cause beef with Tommy, Diamond, and the Kingpin. And everybody knows D-Mac did it. And so right now, the Kingpin is targeting D-Mac. And then there's even Diamond and Jannar having conversations about D-Mac being too dangerous and might need to be taken out. But they know that's Tommy's nephew. So when it comes down to it, man, what I could say is that D-Mac is in a situation right now in season 3. And that's the reason why I say I hope he survived, because he may not survive season 3 when he got so many people gunning for him. I don't think Tommy is aware of the fact that the Kingpin knows who D-Mac is. And I don't think Tommy knows that Diamond and Jannar is potentially thinking about taking out D-Mac so he does not be a problem. I think at the end of the day, when he does find this out, he's going to do everything he can to protect D-Mac. But at the same time, again, I think the best thing for D-Mac is to go around Tariq and be around Tariq. Tariq will look out for D-Mac because that is Tommy's nephew and pretty much his cousin slash brother. But at the end of the day, Tariq is not going to jeopardize what he got going on for D-Mac. But hopefully everything works out. Hopefully Tariq has D-Mac around. D-Mac is a soldier, and then we see how things go. I hope that he's in that new spinoff. But basically, when it comes down to it, that's pretty much what I mean when I'm talking about will Tariq mentor D-Mac. But we'll see what's gonna happen. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Beast here. Just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And